Well, there's definitely a psychohistory of them because to some extent these models are a product of psychohistory, right? It's like these models have been trained on observing human thought, right? Effectively, that's what you can think of. Take public data, learn on that, and just observe. The point is to understand the rules that govern a data set. Like, what are the underlying rules that generate the data in the first place? And that's kind of what these models grew up on, right? It's almost like watching a bunch of TV as an alien trying to figure out, like, what are humans all about? And then you have this reinforcement learning phase where they actually got to try things out. And there are given positive and negative feedback depending on how much that aligns with what the human wants. And now we put them in reality and say, okay, now try stuff. And here's a new task you've never seen before. And it uses all of that previous history to decide what to do. As an aside, like, it's not clear, like, sometimes the biological analogy to humans, it's very easy to overstate it, but it's also easy to understate it. I think it is at least a useful template to think about. To some extent, that's how humans work too, right? It's like you have some sort of prehistory encoded into your DNA. You have your life experience. You have your parents who provided positive and negative rewards, and you have your experience in just trying things out in reality. And now you have to go out and use that knowledge. And what do you do? And how do you predict what a person's going to do? And actually, you can predict a lot of what a person's going to do. It turns out you have a pretty good model of other people and how they'll react to something, if they'll like it, if they won't like it. And a lot of that gets baked into knowing someone's values tells you a lot about what they're likely to do and how they're likely to behave. And I think that for models, the future is not predetermined. It's not like the algorithm itself says that the model's going to have to prefer purple gradients or something, right? But there's something in this whole process that does produce that preference. And I think one of the opportunities with models, one thing that Alec liked to say is that these models are less like a human and more like a humanity, right? That there's so many personalities embedded within them. It's almost every single personality is in there. And our goal is to elicit that personality. And some of this post-training work, some of this reinforcement learning work almost narrows down the space of those personalities to just the ones that are desirable.